The best time to start something is when you're not ready. How many times have you found yourself in a place where you just feel like giving up? You're not alone. Everyone experiences this feeling at some point, and it's normal. The solution is simple. Find something that makes you happy and focus on that instead of what makes you feel bad, or by extension, what's holding you back. You've been working so hard for that one thing that you want and it hasn't come to pass. You've been working so hard for your dream, but it hasn't come true. It might take longer than you think, or it might not be quite as good as you hope, or maybe even worse than when you started. But this is a process of trial and error. You can never know what will happen until it does. And the only way to get better at something is by doing more of it. So keep going, you are making progress every day. Every time you turn around, it seems like the odds are against you. You have to keep going, even if it feels like your efforts are in vain. Don't give up. Don't let the naysayers get you down. Don't let people who say that they can do something better than what you're trying to accomplish get under your skin and make you think that they know more than they do, or worse yet, convince themselves that they do. You may feel like there is no way out of this situation, but there always is one. You just have to find it first by working hard and keeping pushing forward despite all obstacles thrown at your way by others who don't understand what drives us as humans or why we want our dreams come true so badly when so many others seem content with mediocrity at best. People who used to support you no longer do, or people who used to love you no longer do, or people who used to make your life easier are now making your life difficult. It's okay to feel frustrated, but don't give up. You can't control other people's behavior, but you can control your own. You cannot change the past, but you can change the future. Focus on what you can control and remember that the rest is out of your hands and into theirs. And on top of all that, there are those other things that might not be quite as significant, but they sure seem like they're important right now. Your phone is dead, the car isn't running right, or whatever else it is. You are going to feel like a failure if you let these little things get you down and distract from what you want to accomplish. That's why this video is so important. It helps remind us not only of our goals but also how we can achieve them. In order for any goal to be achieved, we must have determination and perseverance. These two qualities are necessary ingredients for success in anything, whether it's business or personal life. And you think to yourself, I just can't take this anymore. I give up, I quit, but you shouldn't. You have to keep going, no matter what happens in life or even how hard it gets at times. Because if you don't keep fighting for your dreams and goals, then who will? Well, listen, I am here to tell you that now is the most important time ever to not give up, because when you give up, you will never realize the dream that God has placed deep in your heart. Now, I am going to tell you the truth. Now is the most important time ever in your life, because when you give up and quit, that's when God's plan for your life gets messed up. And guess what? When God makes a mistake or fails at something, He doesn't give up on us. He always finds a way for us to succeed no matter how hard we try or fail. So if He can do it, then why won't He help me reach my dreams now? That dream He put in your heart didn't come from nowhere. The first thing you need to do is realize that God put the dream in your heart. This dream didn't come from nowhere, it's not a coincidence, and it didn't just appear out of thin air. The second thing you must understand is that if you keep going after this dream, then it will be rewarded by God. That's right, you can go on believing that this is just some random idea floating around in your head or somewhere else in the universe, but if you keep pursuing this goal with all of your might, then eventually something will happen. It came from Him and He will reward it if you keep going even when it seems almost impossible. The source of your dreams is God. He will reward you if you keep going and help you through the hard times. God is the only one who can give us strength to keep going when we don't feel like it, but He also has promised that if we ask Him for help, He will give it to us. Don't give up. The most important times are the hardest times. The most important things are the most difficult to achieve. The best way to get through those difficulties is by staying focused on your goal, even when it seems impossible or impossible-like. It's not easy because we don't understand how our mind works sometimes, but if you can keep going and stay strong through your obstacles, then eventually they'll become easier too. Conclusion. I want to say this one last time. Don't give up. The most important times are the hardest times. Thanks for watching this far. Don't forget to follow our channel and see you in the next video.
let me go, boy. And if you love me, please don't waste the time. When you say my name,